back at it about 5 minutes later. I realized I did not finish the video properly. So we will do that right now. Now let's go back to Notepad. So last we created the world and we made the world talk back. Now what we're gonna do is commit. Well, what we're gonna do is create the gitignore. Then we're going to commit. And we're going to push to the repository. And for the commit, we'll go over how to write a good commit message, or a decent one. And then we'll go from there. This will take hopefully about 5 minutes, and we can call it a day. So, all right, let's get the gitignore. We're just gonna find one online. I think probably Git has a repository full of them, but we're not going to Stack Overflow. We're going to find it online. There we go. Node gitignore is probably the one they provide if I created it in the beginning when I, set up the repository. Here we go. All right. Gitignore, we're going to get the raw, and we're just going to copy this. We're going to go to Visual Studio. We're going to go create a new file. Not that. We're going to create a new file. It's going to be gitignore. I'm going to paste the gitignore. That's not it. I'm going to paste the gitignore, save it. And now, actually, now, you know what we're going to do? We're going to show you what this does actually before we actually even use it. So we're going to do git status. What you'll see is all of our unstaged files. So this is everything in the directory right now, and nothing is being ignored. What we notice is that there's this node modules here, which we do not actually want to include in our commit. So what this is all of our dependencies that are downloaded prior to running the service, but in our repository, we don't want to store all that information because it can be a lot of data. So what we do is we ignore that, and every time we pull it down, we install everything before running it. You'll also notice the package lock and package.json. The package lock is created whenever you install your dependencies and basically keeps track of the versions of the various dependencies in your package. That way, the next time that you install without upgrading, it will get the exact same dependencies and their states as what was previously run and tested. Finally, we have our tsconfig, which is for the build, our source directory, and dist output directory. And that's what you see here. We also want to ignore the dist directory because this is the compiled code. We don't want that stored in our repository, but rather just our source so we can compile it on demand whenever we pull down the repository. So now let's undo delete it. Oops, no, let's not create this. Let's add our gitignore stuff, and we'll run git status again and see what it does. Cool. So now we see that the dist directory is gone, and so is the node module. So that's great. So now what we're going to do is we're going to stage all our files for committing. So we'll do git add, and we'll add each of the files: package.lock, gitignore, package.json, source, and tsconfig. Okay, cool, we got it. Now what we're going to do, just verify we have all of our code, which looks like we do. Now what we'll do is we'll do git commit. Okay, I need to git config dash global global user.email, and then we'll get our email. All right, let's see what my email is. I forget at this point. Oh yeah, let's go to GitHub because I think that should have it. Kind of scared here. Alright, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, figure out my email, and then I will share my screen again and we'll continue with the commit. Let's go. Where is the screen share? There we go. We'll just quickly disable the screen capture. We'll remove that. Cool. Alright, can't see anything hopefully. Let's go to Gmail. Let's go here. Get my email. What is my email? Okay, let me share my screen again. Let me close out of my Gmail. And we are good. Let's get this screen sharing again. Let's go display capture. Window capture. No, we want display capture. Bear with me, it's my first day ever doing this. And we'll go. Okay, I think that's good. Alright, cool. We got everything going again. And as you can see, I ran the git config commands with my email and my username. So let's go. Actually, no, I think that username is all lowercase. And we can confirm on GitHub. That's great. Let's see. Wanna watch me code? Let's just double confirm, copy and paste directly so it's correct. Cool. Alright, now we got that. Let's try git commit again. Cool. So now for a git commit message, what you're going to do is have a brief overview, or a first line being a small message that gives like a brief description of what the change actually is. So we'll say, wanna watch me code, hello world F1. Okay, so we'll do that, hello world episode 1. Is that under 50? You want it to typically be under 50 characters. Okay, so I think it's under 50. We'll see. Now what we're going to do is enter a longer, more descriptive message, giving more information on what the actual change is. Yeah, so we'll do that. So we'll do code for first episode of Wanna Watch Me Code, Twitch stream. And what we did was we set up the we'll do set up project for Node.js, TS, implement hello world, console log, implement see, implement world with supporting add. Okay, so what I did was I went through just high level list of the changes I would made. Um, Honestly, this could be written better, but you want to get as much useful information in there as you possibly can so that from reading the commit history, you can get an idea of what was done, why it was done, and how it was done, and what functionality was added at what period of time. Um, so we got our headline, small under 50 character header, what I just mentioned, the features added, and right now I'm adding the testing section. So for that, this code was manually tested as you saw, um, and does not have unit tests. Um, and then we'll add a little to-do section, add unit tests. Um, cool. Cool. So we got our testing command, we got our to-dos, we got our what testing was done. We have a description of the changes, we have a headline, and there we go. Yeah, it's not a perfect message. One thing you want to try and do is be consistent with your with how you're naming everything or what tense of your sentences are. For example, I like to say set up, implement, as opposed to setting up or implementing or implemented. Basically, just the action that was taken to get this done, not necessarily the I forget what the words are, honestly. Just create instead of created, create instead of creating, whatever that is. I forget what the specific name of that tense is. But anyway, so we got this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to close out, we're going to save it, and we are going to do this. And now what we can see is that we have a commit here, and we can do git log, and we can see our commit message. We can see the author. We can see the author's. Can we see the author's email? Yeah, author email. And there we go. All right. So got that. We're committed. I just want to do one thing. I want to double confirm this this command right here and make sure that it actually builds and runs properly, and it does, so we're good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to push. So we'll try git push. We'll see if it works. If it doesn't, I'll explain why. And there we go. Okay, so here we go. Wanna watch me code. And then, okay, so yeah, we're a little bit screwed here. To push to the repository, I need credentials, and I think, yes. Okay, so previously what was nice with GitHub was that you could use your GitHub sign-in to sign in and authenticate with the CLI tool to push your repository. As you can see, this was removed on August 13th, 2021, and now we have to use new APIs and get our auth tokens. So let's go ahead and do that. It's one of the most annoying things about GitHub now, but you know what? It protects us, keeps us safe, so we'll just do it. Okay, so I think it's under developer settings. I'm really scared to be showing you this right now, so I'm probably gonna go off camera for a little bit. But yeah, we'll generate a new token. Generate new token classic. We'll do wanna watch me code. Episode 1. We'll make the expiration like really short. There we go. We'll make it expire tomorrow because pretty confident they're going to pop up with the code. You're going to see it, and it's going to be an issue. I'll delete it right away if that happens, and we're going to give that limited permissions. Upload pad C. Full control of private access to commit status access. Cool. Let's do access to public repos. C. Okay. Alright, cool. Let's generate the token for public repos. There we go. It's right there, guys. You see it. I'm going to delete it. And then I will go off camera and explain to you why what just happened can be really bad. So, how do we... Okay, and camera's going off. Okay, gonna generate a new token again. Gonna do, what's it called? Launch me code episode 1. Whoops, no, we do not want no expiration. Really bad idea. Okay, 20. Alright, we're gonna do public repo. I'm gonna do generate token. Copy that token. Alright, I'm not gonna show you this, but basically you'll do the okay, so what I'm doing that I'm not showing you right now is I am doing the git push and I'm entering in my my username and my auth token as the password. Okay, now we can go back. I'm gonna get away from this so you can't see my token. Okay, let's get off this page. Let's go somewhere else. Let's go back and start sharing my screen again. Display capture. Okay. And hopefully we're back. Alright, let's go. Alright, so entered in my GitHub account name. Auth code's already pasted in and enter. Now we a TLS fatal alert has been received. Okay, oh man, what's going on now? Oh, dude, alright, I think I know what's happening. Oh, yeah, this is why I don't like using Windows subsystem for Linux. Because some things just don't work right. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to have to go to PowerShell, which I have been previously doing for pushing the repository. Now we have to get, now we got to get the URL or the path again. Here we go. We'll go here, we'll go here, we'll go here, we'll paste that in. We'll go cd here. Got it, ls. We'll do git push. Or we'll do git status, see if we even have the commit. What? Bad an exception for this directory. Oh, alright. Yeah, another thing that Windows is doing now is this, like, this is what I was talking about before, is like weird permission stuff. So I need to mark this directory as safe. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I guess for some people it's better, but like when you just try and do stuff that should work, then it gets in your way and it's, oh man, I just copy and pasted so it deleted my token ID and my clipboard. Alright, we're gonna have to go back and redo all that again. So we're just gonna try, see if it works. What is this? Come on, man. This is new. Alright, now I'm really concerned. I don't know. What do you personal access token? No, we'll just do. Oh man. Alright, guys, I'm gonna stop filming this. I don't know what's gonna pop up. I could probably just end this here because git push is the last step. And I don't feel comfortable really sharing, setting up my access tokens and things like that. So I'll just do it real quick and then I'll show you the result and we'll call it a day. Dude, actually, that was nice. Alright, display capture. Let's do this again. Let's go back. Okay. So, yeah, it was actually nice. On the Windows version of Git, it actually, when you push and you don't have credentials, it pops up with this little CLI, and you can enter in a method for authenticating, and the web browser method basically just pops up. If you're already signed into GitHub, it basically pops up with like kind of one of those permissions things that happens when you use like a Google account and link your Google account to say like another website or whatever using OAuth. So it does the same thing, and basically you click one, it pops up your window, and you like click a button, and you get all your permissions. Um, and yeah, it said something like authorize access to the full GitHub ecosystem. So yeah, I haven't seen this before, but pretty cool stuff. I like to see some nice integrations with browsers to get your authentication done and things like that, and authorization. Cool. Now what are we gonna do? We're gonna go back to GitHub and we're gonna show you the repository. Let's go back home. And here we go. We got a Wanna Watch Me Code, my first episode. And as you can see, we got it. Going to source, we got our gitignore, license, readme, package, tsconfig. And yeah, but thankfully, what we don't see is our node modules, our dist directory. We're going to go into source and just see all the files there. We got our app.ts, we got our models. And yeah, so we're in a good state. And that's a good place to wrap up for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm sure nobody actually tuned in, so that's cool, but maybe next time. Check out these. I think these are recorded. I will be likely downloading them and uploading them somewhere else, like YouTube. I have plans in the future to create a website for this channel. I'll host all the content there. And of course, I'll be streaming while I create that website and content. Yeah, cool. Thanks. Hope you enjoy or will enjoy this video. If not, whatever. Might not be your thing. Go on, watch some other Twitch streams. I don't care, but yeah, cool. Alright, see you everybody. See you next time. Not sure when that'll be, but I'll let you know.